Welcome to the HISUI Cup, and we're running a super fun team like always. We have an electric backline, and we have a Gallade on the lead to counter the counters to the electric types. In comes the Staraptor, which is another spicy pick. We could have switched to a hard counter, the Luxray, but he seems to be staying in. So we are going straight for the wild charge before he can reach a move. At this rate, we can get off another wild charge, which means we'll either get both shields or flip switch. What does he want to do? He gives us both his shields, which is absolutely fine with us. The Staraptor is loaded, and we're going to come in with something and just farm him down. We come in with the Luxray. We have to respect the Brave Bird, the close combat. Anything would do massive damage. So in we come with our Luxray, and he has a Lucario. And we can go straight for the wild charge. He's going for the power up punch, so we don't have to respect that. That won't do too much of damage. We're going straight for the wild charge. Boom! One shots the Lucario. What does he have in the back? He has an Empoleon, and you know what's going to happen. We are going for two massive booms in the first game, and boom, one shots the Empoleon. And as you can see, we win there because we had a Mon left and a shield left. So easy win in the first game, and this is just a trailer of all the matches that are going to come. This team does not take prisoners. Boom, boom, left and right, and as you can see that the backline is quite weak. So we have a lead against a Drifblim, which is really bad. So we safe switch to a Hisuian Electrode, and in comes the Stone Face. I absolutely hate seeing the Stone Face because the only thing that can one-shot it is the Gallade with close combat, we have picked it up against the Hisuian Electrode, which is absolutely fine. We can respect the flamethrower or the stone edge. We can still get to two more moves. We are not throwing the wild charge because that would debuff our defense, and he can easily farm us down after that. So we are going to overfarm as much as possible, build up to the back-to-back wild charges. So if he shields one, we can get off one more. Yes, he shields one, we can get off one more wild charge. Is he willing to give us a second shield right now? No, he's not. So we are able to take switch back from the stone phase. So that's a huge job done by the Hisuian Electrode, giving us switch, and we are going to let this go, and he goes straight for the shadow ball. That's terrible. We are going to switch instantly to our Gallade, and in comes the Shadow Drapion, and this is looking really bad. This is going to be a good game because really there's nothing we can do. We had to call the shadow ball or the icy wind, and we unfortunately we got the call wrong. So that's absolutely fine. That's a 1-1. Let's see if we can get a 4-1 in this set, or is it going to be another loss. Let's see. So picking up a lead against a Frostless, he needs 6 powder snows to the first move, and he switches out to his Drapion. I'm going to throw the close combat because this would almost one-shot it if he lets it go, and boom, it almost takes him out. And since the Drapions are not running Sludge Bomb in this kind of meta, so we are looking good because we can just go for the farm down, but he reaches another move, so we have to throw here. I'm throwing her so that we don't have to waste a shield, and we are able to do that. We still have switch, we have the loaded, and he comes in with the Gastrodon. That's amazing because we can reach an energy ball. Is he going to respect this? Boom! He does not, and he gets one shot by the energy ball. He was not counting correctly, and that is the price you have to pay if you're not counting the moves correctly. We sneak in a confusion, which means that we're going to try and go for a nice little farm down. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So he has 2 shields, and this is going to be a reverse 2 shield flex by the opponent, and that's a good game. If he only shielded that energy ball, he may have even won the game, but he chose to save his shields for the next season, and that's absolutely fine with us. So that's a 2-1. Let's see what the next match has in store for us. Spoiler alert, there are going to be a lot of booms. So picking up a lead against the Hisuian Electrode, we're going to switch instantly to our own so that we can pick up the mirror match. And like I said, that the Hisuian Electrode does not really have a lot of hard counters in this meta, except for the Abomasnow, and the Abomasnow is not that common, to be honest. In comes the Gastrodon, and we're going to get both shields if he wants to keep it alive. As you can see, we can outpace and get to the energy ball. No point in baiting because we would lower our defense and not reach the second one. He shields, and we get both his shields. Can we make a wild charge? We cannot. That's absolutely fine by us. We have generated a 2 shield advantage. We sneak in a confusion. We are going to respect the Earth Power, but he baits us with the body slam. That's fine by us. And in comes the Hisuian Electrode. For some reason, we tap the close combat, but it does not register, which means we can overfarm a little bit. But I was not sure of how much energy he had, so I'm just going to boom, take him out in one hit. And let's see what he chooses to bring in. He brings in the Empoleon. We are going for the close combat. Honestly, I was a bit confused. I should have saved the Leaf Blade for that little snail boy, but I didn't do that. And now, since he's only at a body slam, we have to survive long enough to get to a wild charge, and then we have to see if the wild charge can KO it. The wild charge is single resisted. Can we win this after a slight misplay? Boom! Yes, we can. So the Luxray putting a big clutch there, because honestly the snail boy is very very tanky, and we are rewarded for our hard fought wins with a Dialga. And as you can see, I'm just going to try to catch him, going for the quick throw mechanism because it saves a bit of time, and the Dialga is being very annoying. And after catching the Dialga, okay, so the Dialga is still not caught. He's being a really really annoying Dialga, but okay, so I just like cut that out. And getting into the final match of this set, we are at 3-1. Let's see if we can make it 4. We pick up a lead against Empoleon. The whole team does well against it, so we're going to switch out to a Luxray and see if he has an electric type counter. I'm going straight for the wild charge because they really expect me to go for Psychic Fang. Does he shield it? Boom! One shots the Empoleon, and like I said, a lot of booms in this video. We are going to reach the wild charge again. He's going to get a farm down with his Frostlass, but honestly he has to shield here. So we get a shield, and he has a loaded Frostlass. That's looking bad for the Hisuian Electrode, but at least the Gallade can throw some confusions. He throws the avalanche at a very bad timing, allowing us to get one whole free confusion. We're going to go for the leaf blade. This is going to knock him out or grab a second shield. What does he want to do? He wants to shield. That's fine by us. We get in a second confusion, so we have 2 free confusions till now, and the opponent is not really doing a great job at it. In comes the flying balloon. He wins CMP, and I didn't know that. So if I had known that, I would have overfarmed. But now that we know, from the next matchup onwards, you're going to overfarm. At this point, it's a CMP tie. I thought I'd win, but that's fine. We have a loaded move, and and as long as the Frostlass, and it's a CMP tie. Just as Frostlass reaches the avalanche, we reach the leaf blade, and we're able to take that win. So the first set is 4-1, and like you could see, that this was one of the first sets I played with this game. So even I was not sure how to play a few matchups, but I'm going to be telling you guys how to go about the team exactly in what situation. Picking up a lead against, let's see, against Tribot. This is really bad. The Wormadam is really really bad for the Gallade, so we are going to save switch to a Hisuian Electrode. He's staying in. We are not going to throw the wild charge first, and like I said, the Hisuian Electrode does not have a lot of hard counters in this meta. In comes a Gastrodon. We can easily get 2 shields. You know what, we might even be able to reach the 3rd energy ball. This looks like to be a CMP tie. Let's see. Yes, it is. So at this point we can actually shield and still reach an energy ball, but we are choosing to let it go so that we can sweep with our Gallade. And if the Gallade has a massive energy lead, we can throw the close combat on that little bug steel boy. We respect the earth power, but we get baited, so we are going to overfarm quite a bit. In comes the trash Wormadam, and for some reason the close combat, I clicked on it but it did not register, but that's fine. We can get 2 close combats. I was really not sure how to play this matchup, so I'm going to throw the close combat here, and the second one would take it out, but I'm going to get ahead on energy with the Luxray. This is only an Ironet. I was counting at that time, so this is not a problem. We can easily tank that. Let's see what he chooses to bring in. He brings in the Gastrodon. We have a loaded wild charge, and it's going to be boom, takes out the little Gastrodon, the super tanky boy, and in comes a Drifblim. We have to reach the wild charge, and on 1 HP and a dream, Luxray coming through, and for the 10th time, boom, one shots the Drifblim. How many booms did we have in this video? Honestly, I think this has to be one of the most entertaining videos in terms of the one shots with the wild charges. This team has no chill, and even though I was learning at this point, I didn't know how to play certain matchups. We did pretty well, picking up a lead against the Frostlass, and I'm going to go for the same play, keep throwing confusions. He throws exactly on 6, allowing us to get 1 free confusion. We're going to throw 2 more confusions. He's at 4 powder snows right now. We can get off a leaf blade, and since he got a powder snow through, he's at 5. Now he's at 6, and we're going to grab both shields or take out the Frostlass. So we get both shields. That's fine by us. We can actually shield here and try to flip it, but we're not doing that. We want to get booms with the wild charge team, so we're going to come in with the Luxray and just farm him down. He doesn't want us to let him farm down, so he brings in his Gastrodon, which is fine by us. We can tank the body slam. We are saving the shield for the Frostlass because the Frostlass has a lot of energy, so we need it. We overfarm as much as we dare, and then we throw the energy ball. Boom, one shots the Gastrodon again. What does he want to bring in? If he brings in the Frostlass, one more Thundershock, and we are able to reach the wild charge. Boom, booms the little Frostlass. In comes a Toxic Rogue, and we can go for 2 Psychic Fangs. We still have a shield, so we can safely shield the Mud Bomb. Boom, almost takes him out. 1 more Psychic Fangs. We don't even need to do any bubbles. Go for the 0 bubble disrespect, and that's a great game. So like I said, the double electric team is largely unresisted throughout the meta. The biggest like counter would be Abomasnow, but I hardly faced any Abomasnow at this ELO. So you can also try this team, and it's super fun. There are no bulky mons on this team, so you can just, this is a very fun game. So we pick up a lead against a Weavile, and I'm just going to come in with my thing. And at this point I thought I'll live this and go for the wild charge, but boom, we get boomed by the Weavile. And that massive kudos to the opponent for running so much spice. I honestly did not know how much that would do. So respect to the opponent. In hindsight, I should definitely have shielded that and I could have baited with the Psychic Fangs. But I had a lot of respect for the opponent, which is why I put it here. And picking up a lead against a Bibarel, we're going to instantly save switch to our Luxray. And he also switches at the same time to his Balloon Boy. And the Balloon Boy is going straight for the Icy Win. We don't have to respect that. We can overfarm significantly before he reaches his next Icy Win and go straight for the wild charge. Does he respect it? Boom! One shots the flying balloon, and if he brings in his Bibarel, we are going for another wild charge. Does he respect this? He's already got boomed once. Surely he has to respect this. He does. So we're able to get shield advantage and we're able to get switch advantage. So in comes the Hisuian Electrode, resisting all of his moves except for the Hyper Fang. So let's see how much that does. It does quite a fair bit of damage, and in comes Trash Wormadam? I didn't see that. Yes, it is a Wormadam, but we have a 2 shield advantage. We are going to CMP tie on his Iron Head. That's 5 confusions. Let's see what he does here. Does he let it go? He does, but that doesn't even KO. We can safely shield this up. We can farm him down and throw Leaf Blades to win the game. And he's just going to realize this and just quit. That was a great video. Lots of booms. I hope you enjoyed.